Today, we step into one of the most heartbreaking chapters, the stories of famous female performers whose lives ended suddenly and publicly while they were on stage. These were not quiet or expected farewells. They were shocking moments in front of audiences when songs, speeches, or performances were still unfolding, and then everything stopped, leaving fans, families, and entire communities in disbelief. In this video, we remember the women who lost their lives while performing and honor the dreams and legacies they left behind. Dawn Therese Brancheau, the beloved American animal trainer who brought wonder, courage, and extraordinary care to SeaWorld's orcas and inspired audiences with her fearless performances, passed away on February 24, 2010 at the age of 40. Her life ended in one of the most shocking and heartbreaking ways imaginable. That afternoon at SeaWorld Orlando, she was leading the popular Dine with Shamu program, where guests ate lunch on the poolside terrace while she and Tilikum, the park's biggest and most famous killer whale, performed together. After the show, Dawn, as she always did, stayed on the shallow slide-out platform just inches above the water, stroking and rubbing Tilikum's head to reward him and to give visitors a close view of the bond between trainer and whale. In a split second, that bond turned deadly. Witnesses later said they saw the orca lunge up, grab her by her ponytail or arm, and yank her off the platform with terrifying force. He plunged to the bottom of the pool with her, surfaced, dove again, thrashing her body as staff and guests screamed. Trainers hurled nets, poles, and food to try to get him to let go, and moved him through gates to a medical pool where he might calm down. But for nearly 45 minutes, he refused to release her. By the time Dawn was recovered, she had drowned and sustained catastrophic injuries, including blunt force trauma, a severed spinal cord, fractures, and the loss of her left arm. This horrifying scene, captured on SeaWorld's surveillance cameras but never released at her family's request, became a national wake-up call about the risks of working with captive orcas. Dawn was not only the senior trainer, but the smiling face on SeaWorld billboards, the woman who had led a 2-year revamp of the Shamu show and shown millions of visitors the beauty of these animals up close. Born Dawn Therese Loverdi on April 16, 1969 in Cedar Lake, Indiana, the youngest of 6 children, she fell in love with animals early, and during a childhood vacation to Orlando set her heart on becoming a Shamu trainer. She studied psychology and animal behavior at the University of South Carolina, volunteered at animal shelters, rescued stray birds and small animals, and kept 2 chocolate Labradors at home. After 2 years with dolphins at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey, she joined SeaWorld in 1994, working first with otters and sea lions before moving to killer whales in 1996. The same year, she married SeaWorld stunt water skier Scott Brancheau. Over 15 years, she became a model of fitness and dedication, running marathons and lifting weights to meet the demands of working with orcas and showing visitors the magic of these animals up close. Her tragic death led to a permanent end of water shows with orcas and helped spark a national conversation about captivity and safety. But the Dawn Brancheau Foundation, created by her family, keeps her spirit alive by improving the lives of children and animals in need. Though her final moments were devastating, Dawn's legacy endures as a story of devotion, bravery, and a lifelong dream lived to its fullest. Barbara Weldens, the beloved French singer-songwriter who brought raw poetry, softness, and an untamed circus-bred energy to every audience she met, passed away on July 19, 2017, at the age of 35. Her life ended in a sudden and deeply tragic way. That night, she was the final act closing the Festival Leo Fair inside the old church of the Cordeliers in the picturesque village of Gourdon, singing barefoot as she always did when, in the middle of her performance, she faltered mid-line, gasped, and collapsed onto the stone floor. People first thought she had fainted, but witnesses then saw a visible jolt. Her foot had touched a faulty piece of electrical equipment, and a powerful current surged through her, triggering cardiac arrest. Musicians and staff unplugged cables, called emergency services, and tried to resuscitate her right there in front of the stunned crowd, but she could not be saved and was pronounced dead on the spot. Only months earlier, she had released her debut album, Le Grand HD L'Homme Man with a capital M, a profound and powerful collection performed with pianist Barbara Hamadi and violinist Marion Dykes that drew comparisons to her idol Jacques Brel, and had already won her national awards, marking her as one of France's most promising voices. Born Barbara Jaquenot on April 17, 1982 in Hérault, she grew up in a traveling circus, learning juggling, trapeze, and acrobatics from her parents before training as a pianist at the Conservatory in Sète and earning a degree in musicology at Paul Valéry University in 2004. From childhood, she wrote poetry and later poured it into songs full of both softness and strength, femininity and masculinity, building a reputation on small stages across France and Belgium and winning the Tremplin Découverte Chanson de Posguitori, the Pic d'Or de la Chanson at Tarbes, the Young Talent Award at the Jacques Brel Festival, and the pre-revelation scene of the Académie Charles Cros. Her sudden death in front of her audience cut short a career that had only just begun to blossom. But her story, a circus child turned prize-winning artist who lost her life doing what she loved most, remains a moving reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of art. Christina Victoria Grimmie, the beloved American singer, songwriter, and internet personality who brought hope, warmth, and an extraordinary voice to millions of listeners around the world, passed away on June 10, 2016 at the age of just 22. Her life ended in a shocking tragedy when, moments after finishing a joyful performance with the band Before You Exit at the Plaza Live in Orlando, she stayed behind to meet fans, sign autographs, and take photos, and while greeting a man in line, she was suddenly shot 3 times at point-blank range. Despite her brother's heroic attempt to stop the attacker and emergency efforts at the hospital, she died soon after, leaving her family, friends, and fans devastated. Christina was best known for her breathtaking performances on Season 6 of The Voice, where she stunned all 4 judges with her version of Wrecking Ball, chose Adam Levine as her coach, and went on to finish in 3rd place, winning the admiration of the music world with her stage presence and humility. Born on March 12, 1994, in Marlton, New Jersey, to Tina and Albert Grimmie, she discovered her gift for singing at just 6 years old and taught herself to play piano by ear at 10, growing up alongside her brother Marcus, who later became her road manager. By her mid-teens, she was posting covers under the username ZeldaXLove64 on YouTube. building a huge following for her heartfelt renditions of popular songs, which led to her debut EP Find Me in 2011, her album With Love in 2013, and tours opening for Selena Gomez and The Scene. In 2016, she also fulfilled a dream of acting with her role in the romantic comedy The Matchbreaker. Even after her death, her posthumous EP Side B and album All Is Vanity were released, and her family established the Christina Grimmie Foundation to support victims of gun violence and breast cancer. Christina's journey from a shy, self-taught musician to a national star was built on raw talent, hard work, and a rare connection with her fans, and her legacy lives on not just in her music, but in the kindness and courage she showed every day.